Heartbreaking photo of hugging dogs begging to be saved makes woman take a surprising decision. Two stray dogs named Kala and Kira were up for adoption, but sadly no one wanted to take them. The poor dogs had no one and the shelter couldn't keep them any longer because they didn't have enough space. However, someone took a picture of the two dogs hugging each other on their last day and the picture went viral. What happens next will leave you in awe. Stray dogs have it the worst. They don't have anyone to care for them and living on the streets isn't an easy task, especially when it comes to finding food. Luckily, some shelters save them and help them find adoptive families. Even though rescuers save stray dogs, going to the shelter is not always a good thing. The reason we're saying this is because they're kept in cages until they find an adoptive family, but that's also super difficult. Keep listening to find out why. Even though there might be many people who want to get dogs, most of them choose to purchase them from pet stores. This leaves the shelters with hundreds of dogs to take care of. The sad part about dogs who live in shelters is that the cages can get overcrowded and older dogs get put away. As heartbreaking as this is, nearly all shelters do it, and this is why people should start adopting pets instead of buying them. Kala and Kira's story is heartbreaking, but don't worry, it has a happy ending. These two are Kala and Kira, and this is the picture that went viral. Someone took a picture of them and posted it on Snapchat with the caption, "I'm Kala, this is Kira. We're so scared in here. The people working in the shelter see how scared we are but just told each other that today's our deadline." Then something amazing happened. As the picture of Kala and Kira went viral, someone saw their pain and decided to adopt them, but it's not the man in the picture. Keep listening to find out who it was. Two women from Atlanta saw the viral picture and realized they needed to do something about it. And therefore, the two women called the shelter and said they're gonna adopt Kala and Kira. Isn't this amazing? Kala and Kira had someone to love them. After spending so much time living on the streets, the two dogs finally had a loving home. I think it's safe to say that Kala and Kira deserve this. Kala and Kira were used to living in fear, but everything changed now that they've been adopted. The two Atlanta women are lifesavers, and there's no doubt about that. Isn't it amazing what a picture can do? If no one took a picture of the two dogs hugging it out on their last day at the shelter, then this story wouldn't have such a happy ending. That's why it's important to remember this important thing. If there's something we take from this story, then it must be that people who are interested in getting a pet should try and adopt instead of going to the pet store. In fact, let's check some before and after picture of adopted dogs and see how a little bit of love changes their lives. The first picture makes it seem like the dogs used to be cellmates. However, everything changed for the better once they were adopted. The next picture will make you smile. Just look how much a little bit of love and affection can change a dog's life. This is a prime example of why dogs who get sent to the shelter need to be saved as soon as possible. What better way to cool off during a hot summer day other than to chill out in the pool? This happy dog knows how to spend his afternoons. The following picture will break your heart. Isn't it incredible how big the difference between the first and second picture is? This doggy went from a sad crying pup to being filled with life and joy. This pup's name is Frank the Tank, and as we can clearly see, everything changed once Frank was adopted. The next picture will show you why there are so many dogs in shelter houses. Many people purchase dogs and after a couple of days decide they don't like having a dog around the house. This is how most dogs end up on the streets and why shelters are so overcrowded. I wonder what this doggy's dreaming about. I bet it has something to do with chasing cats and eating delicious treats. Taking the dog away from the shelter is one of the most incredible things ever. Just look at how happy this one got on his ride home. Looking at these before and after pictures, I think it's safe to say that adopting a dog is going to change their lives for the better. Not just that, but dogs will also bring joy in their new adoptive parents' life too.